Welcome to Frederick at its best. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner, and today I'm pleased to be joined by members of the County Council and the Mayor of the City of Frederick to recognize and celebrate two very special anniversaries. The 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment of the 100th anniversary of the League of Women Voters and the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution that gave women the right to vote in America. Before August 1920, women were denied many basic rights. Women who were married could not own property and had no legal claim to any of the money they earned. In 1848, an organized effort launched to demand voting rights for women. The Seneca Falls Convention for Women's Rights drew hundreds to New Yorktown, where Elizabeth Cady Stanton lived. Stanton was joined by other determined women such as Lucretia Mott and Susan B. Anthony to lead the movement. It wasn't until August 18, 1920 that the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, officially granting women the right to vote. In the last 100 years, we've seen incredible change in our country and right here in Frederick County. On this date in 1920, there were no women registered to vote, none. Today, women outnumber men in voter registration in Frederick County and across our nation. The people who hold public office in our community look more like those they represent. Certainly, the county executive and the president of the county council are both female, as is another county council member. 2 members of the City of Frederick's Board of Aldermen are female, and a third of the Frederick County delegation to Annapolis is female. Several of our municipalities have had women who served as mayor or burgess through the years, including current mayor of Burkittsville, Debbie Burgoyne, along with numerous women elected to town commissions and to town councils. So we have come a long way. One of the reasons women have been able to vote and hold public office is because of the work of a dedicated organization known as the League of Women Voters. The League was born 6 months before the 19th Amendment was ratified. It was during a convention of the National American Women's Suffrage Association that a woman by the name of Carrie Chapman Catt founded the League. The organization began as a mighty political experiment designed to help 20 million women carry out their new responsibilities as voters. The League encouraged women to use their new power to participate in the shaping of public policy. From the very beginning, the League has been a strong advocate for citizens to play a critical role by improving how democracy works in our nation. The group's founders believed that it was important to maintain a nonpartisan stance, so the fledgling organization could avoid becoming mired in the party politics of the day. League members, on the other hand, were encouraged to be political themselves by educating citizens about and lobbying for government and social reform. Today, the League of Women Voters is open to all residents, both men and women, and is dedicated to voter education as well as influencing public policy through study and advocacy. They really have a great reputation for doing their homework. The group does not support or oppose any particular candidates or political parties at any level of government, but always works on issues of concern to their members and to the public, and to create a more perfect democracy. In Frederick County, the local chapter of the League was very instrumental in efforts to restore trust in local government. In 2015, they pushed for stronger ethics legislation, testifying before the county's ethics task force and the county council about recommended changes to the county's ethics ordinance. They also helped to negotiate a compromise when a state bill to strengthen Frederick County's ethics laws had stalled in Annapolis. Ultimately, through compromise, that legislation was approved. The League of Women Voters of Frederick County also played a key role in establishing a new appointment process for members of the Ethics Commission. They researched best practices and recommended a nonpartisan process, which has since been implemented and adopted into law. Under this process, an independent nominating committee on ethics was formed by the League to review applicants to serve on the Frederick County Ethics Commission. It is this group, not any elected official, who makes recommendations for appointment. The county executive can only appoint applicants who have been recommended by this independent nominating committee. Frederick County residents, all of us, can be very proud that we now have one of the strongest ethics laws in the state of Maryland and a truly independent ethics commission, and we're the only ones with that. For their efforts on ethics reform, last year the League of Women Voters of Frederick County was recognized with the Madeline Nauman Achievement Award. The award is given every 2 years to a local chapter by the League's national capital area to recognize outstanding achievement. The League has also taken positions on issues such as the Adequate Public Facilities Ordinance, developer rights and responsibility agreements, the form of local government, and immigration, just to name a few hot topics. With the success of its tireless efforts over the last 100 years to strengthen and uphold its mission to empower voters and defend democracy, the League has become a trusted, nonpartisan grassroots organization. The organization has sponsored legislation and fought in the courts to protect and strengthen voting rights and access. They advocate for free and fair elections, civil rights for children, community health, and for education. The League has consistently been noted for its election information. They often sponsor candidate forums, and they provide nonpartisan information about state and local ballot issues. So before I pass the microphone to all the people who are gathered here today, I'd like County Council President MC Keegan-Eyre and City of Frederick Mayor Michael O'Connor to read a joint proclamation recognizing the anniversaries of both the League of Women Voters and the ratification of the 19th Amendment. And I think it's appropriate to start off with our Council President, MC Keegan-Eyre.
Thank you. Actually, I was going to let the mayor go first. I need glasses for this, sorry. Whereas, after decades of public education, legislative lobbying, and public demonstrations by women's suffrage organizations of all ages, races, and states, Congress passed the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, providing that the right to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of sex, on June 4th, 1919. And whereas Tennessee was the 36th and last required state to ratify, passing the legislation by one vote on August 26, 1920, the suffragist organizations then turned their attention to educating and encouraging women to vote by founding the League of Women Voters. And
whereas the League of Women Voters was founded on March 31st, 1960, with many of the early meetings held on the campus of Hood College, Frederick County will mark the anniversary of women's suffrage with events, displays, and education during 2020. And whereas we commend the progress represented by these anniversaries in helping to achieve full equality for all citizens of our beloved nation, and encourage the Frederick County League and affiliated groups in their efforts to register voters, provide nonpartisan information on issues, and increase voter participation in every election. The League's work in helping to ensure a bright future for Frederick County. Now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, President of the Frederick County Council, and Mayor of the City of Frederick, we hereby celebrate January 14th, 2020 as the 100th anniversary of the League of Women Voters and the 19th Amendment in Frederick County, and do commend this observance to all of our citizens, signed by the Frederick County Executive, the President of the County Council, myself as Mayor, on behalf of our respective elected bodies and all of the citizens of Frederick County. I'm honored and humbled to be in a room with such great female leadership and advocacy, and in a county that celebrates that. Thank you so much, presented this 14th day.
Thank you. So we will pass the microphone so that the people here can introduce themselves. I would like the leadership of all the organizations represented to say a few words. And I'm actually going to start with the League of Women Voters.
Thank you, County Executive, County Council members, and Mayor and Alderperson who is here. Thank you very much for having us all here. The League is very proud to be part of what happens in Frederick County and to have women and men in our organization. We do have men in the organization as well, as you can see. I think Jim is here behind us. But we do work very hard to get out the vote, to register people to vote, and to do voter education. And we're really excited to be working with many of these other organizations, which I'm learning as I'm standing here, are having their 100th year anniversaries as well. So I hope when they speak, they will tell you about that. So thank you very much for doing this, and we are excited for everything that's going to happen this year.
Okay, Okay, do you want to pass it to the people down there to introduce themselves?
I'm Sherry Snyder, and I am the president of the Republican Women of Frederick County, and we are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year. We are the oldest Republican club in the country. And September 12th, we will have our grand anniversary kickoff to celebrate, and we have the Maryland Federation of Women coming to join us. And part of what we do, just like the League, we register voters, we spread what we believe in to help our country, and we have 40 members here in Frederick, and we're very proud to be part of this celebration.
Okay. Continue to pass it to your right.
They're all with me.
Okay. All right.
I'm Mary Boswell. I'm Executive Director of the Historical Society of Frederick County, doing business as Heritage Frederick. We have a museum and library here just down the street, around the corner on Church Street. And we have been celebrating the 19th Amendment anniversary since this time last year. We are thrilled to be part of this wonderful group of individuals, and we will be working with the city and the county, continuing with the celebration. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, good evening. My name is Tawanda Bailey. I'm the first vice chair with the Maryland Commission for Women, and we are truly, truly honored to be here this evening to recognize this proclamation that we had here. Thank you, county commissioners and all. Maryland, we're gearing up for quite a few events ourselves this year. We are having an all-day event on August 26th in Annapolis, and that's going to be our Women's Centennial Summit. So hopefully we'll put that out that you're able to attend that summit with us. And we also have a 2020 calendar that we are offering all of you to at least provide to us what your events are that you're going to be holding. That way we can add that to our calendar so the women of Maryland know what's going on around their jurisdictions.
Sharon Koza and Alice Haug. We represent the Frederick Business and Professional Women's Association, and we too try to put women first. We do scholarships for women of financial need, and we've been in the community 75 years plus, 78 years plus. I stand corrected. And of course, we are all here to support each other, and I think we all look rather grand for being so old.
Hi, I'm Melinda Shanholtz. I'm First Vice Regent of the Daughters of American Revolution. We want to thank our forefathers who made sacrifices over the years, and then to celebrate the last 100 years, and to the League of Women Voters for making this possible that we all could vote.
I'm Mary Ann Williams. I am a member and past president of AAUW Frederick County. We are honored to be here, and I speak on behalf of our president, Terry Bishalia, who is unable to be here tonight. AAUW has had an existence in Frederick County for more than 85 years. It was the first AAUW established in the state of Maryland. Our goal is to find equity for all women and girls. And we are pleased that one of those movements that we have helped enable is the voting rights for women. We are proud to be part here tonight, and we hope that every woman will vote this year. We want our voices to be heard.
Good evening. I'm Janet Goodman, the president of Frederick County Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, and we're pleased to be here to celebrate the 100th year of the League of Women Voters. We have several members that are actively engaged in the League as well, and on yesterday we actually celebrated 107 years of existence as an organization founded at Howard University in 1913, and one of our first acts was to participate in the suffragist march in March of 1913. So we are very active, as you can imagine, in the community, the world wide over, and we look forward to continuing to work with all of you represented here tonight. And I would like all of my sorority members to please raise your hands, please. Thank you for supporting.
Does anybody else over here want to say anything? I know we have a couple elected officials here.
I'm Mary Snyder, and I represent the Frederick Women Civic Club here in Frederick, and our organization will be celebrating in April 109 years. So we're very proud of the women that organized the Civic Club and the work that they did on the 19th Amendment.
Hi, I'm Pat Lewison, and I don't have 100 years of being incorporated. I have about 2.5 years. I represent the Frederick Women for Change, and it really is a grassroots organization of women who are taking action for voter registration, for gun control, for all of the key issues that are out, and for policy. So I am thrilled to be here today. Thank you very much.
Anybody else?
Well, I'll just. It's an auspicious occasion, an auspicious day. I just wanted to point out something. Earlier today, we had a proclamation in honor of Martin Luther King in that ceremony, and it was really important and interesting for me to note, how we have continued to try to live up to the ideals and aspire to meet the goals in our Constitution and Bill of Rights. And it's just amazing to think that we're talking about 100 years and how long that is. And that's barely 40% of the life of our country, which means for 60% of it, women couldn't vote at all, as Jan read earlier. So the point is not that we've gotten somewhere, but that we've come a long way, and there's a long way to go. And I really appreciate organizations that all of you represent and the work you do to try to continue that work, because there's more to be done.
Okay, Jerry, do you want to say anything?
Well, congratulations to all the groups here celebrating. Just out of interest, you may find that many amendments that passed around the same time were all closely related. They all kind of were tied into the prohibition movement. Honestly, the income tax, direct election of senators, and women having the right to vote were all tied into prohibition. So if you enjoy irony, have a toast to them tonight. And so congratulations to one and all.
Jessica Fitzwater on the County Council. Won't be repetitive. I just want to say thank you to the many, many organizations that are represented here, and it's great to see such a huge crowd here to commemorate this, and I'm proud to be up here with you.
I'm Kelly Russell. I serve on the Board of Aldermen for the City of Frederick. Were it not for the work of the suffragettes, I wouldn't be here in elected office. So I owe my service to the work that was done before me.
Good afternoon, County Council Vice President Michael Blue. Happy anniversary to the 19th Amendment, and happy anniversary to the League of Women Voters.
Anyone else?
Good evening. The ladies here with me and myself are representative of the membership of Beta Alpha Sigma Zeta, which is the 3-year-old, we're babies, chartered chapter here in Frederick, and we are so excited to be here. The royal blue and pristine white, you'll see us around. We have a beautiful display at the library. We are also 100 years old this year, Thursday. And we are so pleased and so proud to stand with our Delta sisters and our AKAs, and with the other ladies of what we call the Divine Nine, and to celebrate joyously and excitedly with you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lakshmi Darba. I'm representing the Frederick County Commission for Women, along with Rosario and a couple of people in the audience. Thank you. We congratulate the League of Women Voters for completing 100 years. Frederick County Commission for Women works on issues affecting women and families. So we have a program called She Leads for High School Girls to Learn Leadership, which is very important. And apart from that, we are also doing a 100th anniversary for 19th Amendment, along with our annual awards event on March 12th. So please be there. And it's going to be a photography event paying homage to the elected officials, women officials from Frederick County.
Hello, I'm Willie Gardner, and I'm representing the Frederick Club of the Negro National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women's Club. Our president, Gwen Hoy, could not be here tonight, so on behalf of the organization, and we've been in chartered, I guess, in 1936, and in Frederick County since the early 1960s. So we, I guess we were probably one of the first women organization, women of color, I should say, in Frederick County. It was my introduction to Frederick, and I have learned so much about Frederick County, and I want to congratulate the League of Women Voters on their 100th anniversary, and all we can do, we will try to assist and support. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Nan Mann with Senator Van Hollen's office, and I am truly honored to be here this evening in celebration of women. And I know Senator Van Hollen is also a big supporter of women. And I also am really excited to kick off the 2020 year of the Year of the Woman. So we have a lot to be excited about.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. I think it's pretty clear to see that a lot of women's organizations have been leading the way for many years in Frederick County. We can be really proud of what we've all accomplished together and what is yet to come. So the League certainly believes that active and engaged citizens, regardless of gender, ethnicity, or political affiliation, are the hallmark of our democracy, and again, that is demonstrated here today. We honor and congratulate the League of Women Voters on its 100th anniversary and the occasion of the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. You can certainly contact the local chapter of the League of Women Voters by visiting my.lwv.org or by following them on Facebook at League of Women Voters, Frederick, Maryland. We commend the League for their many contributions to empowering voters and to making democracy work for our nation and right here at home in Frederick County. So thank you for joining us for Frederick at its best.